Alright, everybody. I'm Captain Beefy with the Game Vault. And this is Subnautica. Cool game that came out a few years ago. There is a sequel out already named or called Subnautica Below Zero. It's a survival game. We're playing it on survival mode, which requires you to eat, drink, and survive. Let's get started.
Launch in 3, 2, 1.
So we start off with a trauma here. Uh-oh. Looks like we're in some kind of escape pod from a spaceship. This isn't good. Ow. What is it with video games knocking you out all the time? Alright. Well, first thing is we wake up. And the ship's on fire all around us. Cool. Break out our little PDA. This is where all the information for the game is, where we craft some, well, not craft, but we can...
You have suffered minor head trauma. This is considered an optimal outcome. This PDA has now rebooted in emergency mode with one directive: to keep you alive on an alien world. Please refer to the data bank for detailed survival advice. Good luck.
Alright, cool. Alright, so anyway, like I was saying, it's a survival game. And there's our little ship.
The Aurora suffered orbital hull failure. Cause unknown. Zero human life signs detected.
So, we landed on a obviously underwater planet. A planet completely covered by water. Or at least mostly. I know there's a couple islands in the game. I have played this before. Fairly extensively, so I do know how to get around and the things I need to do and all that to get started. So some of the things we're going to look at here is in the fabricator. This is where we make things. Basic materials, advanced or electronics. And we've got water and food. We've got equipment we can make and tools. So an air tank is one of the first things we're going to want to make. It just makes it so much easier to get around once you have that. Alright, so it says we need titanium for that. So the first thing we're going to do is jump in the water, and as you can see in the bottom left we have a health bar, a food bar, and a water bar. So we're going to move around a little bit, and we're going to pick up stuff like metal salvage, which I know we can use to turn into titanium, and we can make our air tank. As you can see, our oxygen level is very low. We've got, what, 18 oxygen left now? I mean, very quickly it goes down, right? Very, very quickly.
Oxygen.
And that is probably the single reason we will die the most in this game is drowning. It's not a game that requires you to get into a lot of combat or anything like that. There's not a lot of that in the game. So we can make titanium out of this metal salvage we found. We found a bunch. Yeah, so there's not a lot of combat in the game. You don't get a bunch of weapons and upgrade them and all that kind of stuff. It's not that type of game. So As you can see, we have oxygen level of 45. We'll make an oxygen tank. That immediately jumps us up 30 points in oxygen, which is great. Tools. We need a scanner, repair tool, flashlight, habitat builder, a survival knife. So there's a few different things that we want to make. So now that we've got some air, and get around a little bit more, we will pick up fish.
New
Look
creature
at that.
discovered.
Woohoo. So we picked up a fish.
Alien life forms may have
Check these little rocks.
unexpected applications. Utilizing alien resources is a proven survival strategy.
Some of those little mushrooms, those are going to come in handy in a little while. Here's some more fish.
New creature discovered.
We look for these rocks here, these limestone rocks. Here, we got some
Is
copper.
an essential component of all powered equipment. Your probability of survival has just increased to unlikely, but plausible.
Keep looking for some limestone here. Gather as much of that as possible. What we're looking for right off the bat is copper. Copper helps make batteries along with those acidic mushrooms I found. And those batteries are vital for building some of those pieces of equipment that we need.
Oxygen.
Alright, so we're up. And it looks like we can build some batteries, right? At least one. I think we can build two. Yep.
New blueprint acquired.
2 batteries. And then a tool we can build a scanner.
The scanner can be used to synthesize blueprints from salvage technology and to record alien biological data.
Now we're going to use those that bladderfish to make water, and we will cook a peeper.
The
Or 2 to make some
fabricator
food.
cooks small organisms while disposing of the skeletal structure, bodily fluids, and internal organs, thus rendering them safe for human consumption.
Here we go. So let's eat the peepers, drink the water, and look at that. We're in good shape. Now over here, we have a medical kit fabricator. And since we're down a little bit on health, we'll just take that. This thing will generate more over time. But what we want to do next is use a repair tool to fix that item. So a repair tool is going to require cave sulfur and silicone rubber. Now, when you first play this game, you don't know what the hell where you're going to find all this stuff and all, but I'm going to show you because I've played it before. Now the scanner, you look at something like this. This is a single-eyed fragment. We have another piece of copper, so we'll grab a couple of these mushrooms to make another battery. And we will go over here and look for these yellow nodules we'll find on some of these plants here. This kind of kelp-looking stuff. I see some over here. Look, another
30
fish.
seconds.
We missed him. So here's some brain coral. Brain coral will actually pump some air out to help refill your air. So that's a great way to not have to go to the surface for more air. Okay.
Life on this planet grows in unusually distinct and diverse ecological biomes.
So
Further
here's some of these
study
nodules.
recommended.
Alright, we got 4 of those.
New New blueprint acquired.
Now we're going to head back to our little life pod. And in the beginning especially, we're going to pick up a lot of fish because our inventory's full. Because they come in big time handy in the beginning. I mean, you're constantly hungry. So you can see our hunger and water's already dropping a little bit. Now, the trick is with fish is don't cook them until you need them. They will stay in your inventory for a long time until forever pretty much until you cook them. Then they start to rot. All right, so there's some silicone rubber. Make some of that real quick. Make a little lubricant too, because why not?
Lubricant is essential in construction of vehicles.
Some more titanium. Let's get all that stuff made up. And let's do another lubricant. And some more silicone rubber. I think that'll pretty much cover all that. And then we can make another battery. Perfect. Now looking back at this, for tools, we can actually make a survival knife now.
Weapons were removed.
And all we need for the repair tool is cave sulfur.
The massacre on Abraxas Prime. The knife remains the only exception.
So we're going to throw a lot of this stuff in here because we don't need to be running around with it. See, we're already at 40% almost for that. Alright, so obviously we're going to need to find a cave to get some cave sulfur. Now, warn you ahead of time, cave sulfur has these little nasty fish that come popping out of the this little hole in the wall, and these fish will basically suicide themselves and explode on you. And I hear one. There it is. So alright, we didn't take any damage. We got away from it. But here's what it leaves behind. Cave sulfur. Look at that. Oh, there's a shark.
30 seconds.
Alright, so grab a few more fish.
Oxygen.
Get to the surface. Just enough. And then back into the escape pod. Hey, look at that. So, oops. We need silicone, rubber, and titanium to make the repair tool. Let's get that out. Alright, now we got a repair tool. Make some more water while we're at it. We do run out of water faster than food. Fortunately, the bladderfish are pretty common, and 2 quartzes make a hunk of glass. Alright, so let's go back into here. Let's put this away. We're not going to need a fire extinguisher for a while. We're not going to need any glass either for a while. Okay. And we are going to need our repair tool, so we'll put that in. And let's repair.
Boom. Secondary systems online. Running full environment diagnostic and outputting results to databank.
So, in your PDA here, you're going to have all the messages you receive recorded. You're going to have all this data bank stuff here. You're going to have photos if you take photos. Your beacons. And one thing I do recommend is to change the color of your beacons. They default to
Local
blue.
radiation levels. Trend is consistent with damage to the Aurora's drive core sustained during planet fall.
So it makes it kind of challenging to see them. So if you get a high capacity O2 tank. So we need 2 glass for that, a standard tank, 4 titanium, and a silver ore. Alright, so being able to repair or to make a better air tank is going to be our next priority because that is huge. So we repaired our radio and our ship.
Radio online. Broadcasting emergency distress signal.
Let's see what the
This is
message is.
Aurora. Distress signal received. Rescue operation will be dispatched to your location in 9 hours. Continue to monitor for emergency transmissions from other life pods.
Wow. That's not very good, 100,000 hours. Not good at all. Alright, well, for what it's worth, it's good to put away your tools when you're not using them too you can swim faster. Alright, so, look at that, there's another sea glide fragment. So, this is how you make things, is by acquiring the blueprints to make them. It can be challenging sometimes to find all the pieces. If you start looking in an area, it's good to kind of... Uh-oh, we're getting hammered by those little nasty fish. Alright. There's some copper. Titanium. A little more quartz. Copper, yay.
Oxygen.
Oh crap. Yeah, that's something you gotta be severely aware of is your oxygen levels. Kinda forgot about that for a second here. Alright, let's grab some more sulfur while we're here. More quartz. More copper. More sulfur. Alright, so we needed silver, it said. Let's grab some mushrooms too, because we can make them into batteries. We're getting kind of full on our stuff here as far as how much
30 seconds.
crap we're holding, so we're gonna have to watch out. So rare resources are deeper in the water. You have to go down further and further. Sometimes they're in caves, sometimes they're just in deeper water, different biomes, stuff like that. So it takes some exploration to find these things. And it can be a bit challenging from time to time. There's a beacon fragment, which is great. As you can see, we got one of 2 pieces of a beacon, so if we find another fragment of that, we'll be able to build it. And look how much easier it is to see the pod now. So we were looking for silver. Oh, look at this, perfect. So we're going to go deeper and look for the next type of rock that we find, which I don't know what it is. limestone to...
Short-range scans suggest this biome supports extensive biodiversity and connects to a number of small cave networks.
Yeah, I forget what it is, but we'll figure it out. For now, we'll leave the limestone. Now, from my understanding, the game only generates resources, a finite amount of resources. So if you farm all the resources in an area, you don't want to like throw them out because you're not going to find more. You're going to be screwed, you know. So you want to make sure you take what you need, use what you take.
Local
And
scans show a nearby cave entrance, depth 90 meters, leading to an unknown environmental biome.
and be kind of efficient with what you're doing. Oh, there we go. Let's go up. We'll put our thing away. We'll swim a little faster. And then we're heading back down. You see it says cut creeper vine. We have that knife now. We can cut that stuff, but we're not going to do that right now because we just don't need to yet. And it takes up a lot of room in your inventory when you get that stuff. So yeah, we're going to hold off. We'll always grab these little fish though, or at least try to. Those things are dangerous. They will shock you. Come on, man. Where's that other kind of rock? We just need one piece of silver here.
30 seconds. Seconds. 30 seconds.
Yeah. It always shoots out 3 bubbles. So sometimes you have to sit for a minute. And if you don't want to surface, this is a great way to avoid having to surface. See, I'm fully loaded now, so we can go right down here and look at that, sandstone.
Silver-based wiring kits are an essential component of many habitat modules.
And we got our hunk of silver, which I believe is what we needed to make the next level of air tank, which is going to be a huge difference. So that's fantastic. And these little boxes, you're going to see them everywhere. That's where you'll find a lot of parts for different tools that you can make. Alright, so high capacity O2 tank. I need 2 gas, 4 titanium, standard O2 tank, and silver ore. Fortunately, I can make the glass. Plenty of that. And then I can go in here. Grab the titanium. Oh, but first, I need to unequip this. There we go. So now I can have a high capacity O2 tank. So we went from 45 to 75. Now we go from 75 to 135. That's nice. Almost doubled our capacity from our regular tank, which is great. We'll make a little more filtered water real quick. Those fish are not a very efficient way to make it, but, you know, it is what it is. And we'll cook these guys up just because they're taking up space in our inventory, and we want to get our food level back up. Fish do respawn, so you don't have to worry about killing everything in the ocean. You know, they do respawn. Alright, so let's eat our fish. Puts us up to 120 food, which is great. Drink a little water, puts us up to 100. Grab our medical kit and take that real quick. And then let's make a couple more batteries. And that's that. Alright, so next up, we'll make some fins. That'll help us swim better. And a rebreather, which requires fiber mesh and a wiring kit. Wiring kits require 2 pieces of silver. So we're going to have to go back a little deeper, which will be easy now because we've got the bigger tank and we're about to have some fins. So let's go ahead and grab the silicone, make our fins. That'll help speed us up in the water a little
draws
bit.
from available data to provide environment-appropriate equipment using locally available materials. For your safety, this setting cannot be overridden.
And we'll make a flashlight. Okay. Habitat builder, we need a computer chip and a wiring kit. Computer chips require gold, copper wire, and table coral samples. And again, wiring kits require a couple silver ore. So we're going to need to find some gold, which is down there with the silver, basically. Same level as the silver, kind of. So we're going to head back out. And already I'm moving faster. And I'm not running out of air almost instantly, so it's a fantastic thing. Oh, wait. Completely forgot I can build a sea glide. When you do have all of the stuff, all of the parts required to make something, like I found 2 of 2 for the sea glide, so I found another sea glide hunt, it just rewards you with a couple pieces of titanium instead of nothing. So there's that. So let's go up and let's see what's required to make a sea glide. We're copper wire, and to make copper wire I need 2 copper ore. Okay, made a bunch of batteries, but yep, I'm short 1 copper ore. Alright, so basically we need to find about 3 copper ores, so that's going to require some more limestone hunting, which is fine. Let's go ahead and do that. And we're also going to go a little deeper and look for silver, and then I think we needed 1 piece of gold. This game kind of requires you to keep mental tabs on stuff. There's one of those jerks. Swim away, swim away. Alright, good, he exploded and missed us. Alright, let's see what we got in here. Titanium.
Detecting sulfur deposits in the local cave systems.
There's 1 copper.
Sulfur is an essential component of the repair tool.
2 copper. sulfurs. Oh, there's our piece of gold. So we're going to avoid the quartz right now because we don't really need it at the moment. That one hit us a little bit. Okay. Well, it is what it is. We're not going to gather the sulfur right now. We don't really need it. Sulfur's not something you need a lot of in the game. But when we do need it, it'll be here. So we'll find it. Titanium. Give us copper, please. There it is. This is going to hurt. Yep. Alright, and now we are low on oxygen. And we're in deep trouble.
Oxygen.
Yep, I think we're gonna drown. Wait, wait, wait. Oh, we're gonna make it, we're gonna make it, we're gonna make it! Oh, we barely made it. Alright, cool. That hurt. The flashlight's huge. Makes a big difference on the underwater exploration. I usually neglect to make one right away because it seems kind of like unnecessary, but I had the parts for it right away, so I just went ahead and did it. Didn't bother waiting. I'm going to go ahead and refill on some O2 here real quick. And we're going to wait until the next 3 just to totally... There we go. Alright, so we're looking for, what was it, shale? I think, or no, sandstone? Yeah, sandstone. Which is a little bit smoother looking than the limestone. It's a little deeper down, so maybe we'll get lucky down here. There's a piece. That gave us lead, okay. Lead's useful, we just don't need it at the moment. But we're going to keep it because it will come in handy. Stop off and top off our oxygen. Alright, I see sandstone already. Here it is. There's a hunk of silver. A lot of these animals are aggressive, but it's not like a lot of games where they're just going to come up and attack you and decimate you. Like a lot of survival games, like these guys are, they'll come up and take a chunk out of you, but they're not going to sit there and eat you alive, you know. So they might be a little scary at first, and you'll get bit. Let's see, he just hit me, but then he moves on. So I'm not too concerned about them right now. Now if I get hit a couple times, then yeah, I'm gonna have to go back to the ship, make sure I use a healing pack and get myself to feeling better again. What do I got here? 1 silver so far, huh? Okay. Sandstone in here. Another hunk of silver. More lead. More gold.
Be advised, a common complication for cave divers is loss of orientation, followed by eventual asphyxiation. Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Alright, once you get past 100 meters, yeah, you use more oxygen rapidly. Get another hunk. So, until you get a rebreather, you kind of want to try to stay above 100 meters, because otherwise you'll find yourself running out of O2 very, very quickly. That's 3 pieces, okay. I see any others around? Not yet. Alright, there we go. Here's a couple. Good. Okay. Come on, give me a silver. Lead. Silver, yay! Alright, and then we needed 2 pieces of
discovered.
Table coral, if I remember correctly. So, that stuff's fairly easy to find. I hear something big out there. Yeah, the game does have a certain level of scariness to it with these being in the ocean. The ocean is a scary place, you know. Hell, on Earth alone, this is our planet, and if you think about all of the things in the ocean that would eat you, you know, or hurt you, yeah, it's a scary place. Everything from sharks to barracudas to giant squid. I mean, my God.
Continued degradation of the Aurora's drive core may result in a quantum detonation. Continuing to
There's all
monitor.
kinds of scary stuff in the ocean. All right, look at this. We got some. Get out of the way, stalker. Mobile vehicle. Get out of the way.
30 seconds.
Alright, you bit me. We're gonna go straight up. Get some O2, and then we'll go look for some table coral. Yeah, we got plenty of room for it. Now, table coral, here it is. Here's table coral. So a couple pieces of that. Pretty sure that's all we needed. But you know what? We'll get maybe 2 more. Got a couple pieces of gold, so I think it was 2 gold and was it a wiring kit too? I don't remember exactly, but yeah, we're definitely going to avoid those guys right now. And since we're headed back, we're going to try to grab a fish or 2.
New creature discovered.
Because we are, you know, we're not really that hungry, but we're getting there. Alright, and we're back. As you can see, our radio's lit up. That means we are receiving an inbound message. Okay, we needed a copper wire. And computer chip. Wiring kits. That out, and we'll do a couple computer chips. Now we can make an advanced wiring kit, as you can see. All right. There are more efficient ways to make water later on. Crap! Yeah, I screwed up. Okay. Well, we need to find a couple more pieces of copper. Yeah, there are more efficient ways to make water that we'll find later on. In the beginning, those little fish are the best, the easiest to come across. They're fairly easy to catch, so You should make a bunch of them. They don't provide you with a lot of water. They give you about 20 water, I think. Whereas other things will give you much higher amounts. So that's good. There's one copper. We need one more piece of copper. Getting way too much titanium, but that's okay. We're not very far from being able to build a place to store our stuff, which is part of the fun of the game. Base building, yay! That's always a cool factor in these kind of games. And in this one, it's particularly neat because of the underwater design and all that. It's pretty sweet looking. The things you can build are pretty neat. Alright, another hunk of limestone, come on. We'll wait here for a second. That's good enough. So yeah, let's keep looking. Here we go. This is copper. Yep, awesome. Alright, well, I guess that's it for the moment. Let's get back to our little life pod and make ourselves a sea glider, and I believe we can make a habitat builder, if I'm not mistaken. So that'll be kind of cool. Alright, look at that, a sea glide.
The Sea Glide will increase your effective exploration range. For your safety, please pack supplies for long journeys and stay within 5 kilometers of the nearest life pod or habitat. The Builder tool is designed to construct habitats capable of withstanding extreme environmental conditions.
Alright, the next thing we're going to get is some fiber mesh, but we're going to use our sea glide to go get it. Check it out. Pretty cool, huh? So fiber mesh you get from chopping up these creep vines.
New blueprint acquired.
Now the sea glide, once again, makes traveling a lot faster. So you can go a lot faster, a lot further, a lot quicker. And it will save your butt more than you can imagine. Back up in here. Make some fiber mesh. And now we can make a rebreather. The rebreather will allow us to go underneath 100 meters without killing ourselves, you know, without running out of air quickly. So, boom. Well, anyway, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the first episode of Subnautica. I'm Captain Beefy with the Game Vault here. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and ring that bell for notifications. Don't forget also to like the video and leave a comment down below. Let me know if you've played this game and what you think of it. If you have, I love it personally. I think it's a lot of fun. And we're going to kind of just go through and rapidly advance our character here and get him to a point where you know, we can move forward in the story and we're set up pretty good. I'm going to show you kind of like a quick start guide on that. All right, so thanks for joining me, everybody. We will see you next time, and I'd say stay human, but you know, we're already human here, so stay dry.